Previously on LEGO Survivor. After Abby's elimination, the rookies were down to 6. Zoe and Cyber shared food without consulting the rest of the tribe, really irritating Chris. This caused Laura to make her move on Chris to see if she can break up the 4-pack alliance. At the returnees tribe, nothing was really going on. At the immunity challenge, although boredom was struck on the returnees, it didn't stop them from winning once again, sending the rookies to another tribal council. The 4 Alliance wanted to get rid of Laura for being more strategic than Everett, but Chris had a different plan and talked with Laura and Everett to see if they can blindside Cyber. He talked to Jeffrey about it, who was not on board with the plan. But when it came to tribal council, Chris's plan came to fruition, and thus Laura was spared, and thus Cyber was blindsided. This left Zoe in the dark. With Cyber's elimination, the castaway count drops to 13. Who will be voted out next? Okay, when do I start by saying what the heck just happened? Well, I admit that I did vote for Cyber, and I did too. But why? Well, all I'm just saying is Laura gave a good explanation onto the fact that if we want to pull our tribe together, we have to have the best 5 we can be. And that meant getting rid of Cyber, so that's why we did it. So, all of a sudden, after I gained so much power, I go crashing to rock bottom. You know, I was the only other person who did not vote for Cyber, and everyone else voted Cyber. And that's definitely disappointing, because he was my closest ally, but I guess then again he had to go eventually. I do admit that I did vote for Cyber, and I voted him because, well, Chris gave good arguments as to why Cyber had to go. And he created riffs, and that was going to slow our tribe down. So that's why I had to do it. I do feel bad for Zoe because I didn't mean to, leave her in the dust like that, because I really want to keep trust with Zoe, because I think she's still a good ally. It's just that I'm worried, Jeffrey. If we lose, am I going home? Well, I'm not going to vote for you. And I guess the only way to kind of make sure you don't go home is to just either go on a full winning streak or just trying to convince Chris to vote Everett. But why Everett over Laura? Because Everett seems weaker. Okay, then. I can't believe the plan actually worked. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be a good unified tribe. I'm hoping so, because we got rid of Cyber to pull it together, and if this isn't good enough, then I don't know what is. I really hope voting Cyber out was the best call. I mean, the guy was creating drama in the game, he was creating a bunch of rifts with the tribe, so hopefully getting rid of him brought our team unity, but if it didn't, I don't know what will. So what was your old team like? Well, Juan was kind of lazy and then got crazy. Allison was weak, kind of why we voted her out first. Veronica ended up winning. JR, I would say he's kind of like Josh, starting out mean but got a bit better, but I guess he didn't really get to fulfill the goal there. And then I think there was me and then Michael. I actually liked Michael. Really? Yeah, I mean, he was a pretty tough dude. Yeah, he only went home because of an idol. Yeah, I kind of saw that episode. I was really upset. The best thing I can say about Michael is at least he gave the season ratings. I mean, we honored his presence in the 5 episodes he was in. Even though, to be honest, he really did not even do anything. Did you find it yet? No, I still can't find it. Unbeknownst to Monica and Joey, I have the hidden immunity idol, so they're kind of wasting their time. People aren't going to target me because they're just thinking I'm just chilling in the shelter. They won't think that I have the idol. Well, that would make me targeted, but I do have the idol to save me. It's like, no matter what challenge it is, we just can't be beat. Yeah. Is it just because we're that good, or the rookies just stink? Probably just because we're good. I wouldn't say anyone is just just sucks regardless. Well, I kind of do. And that right there, including multiple things happening in Season 1, is the reason why I want Haley gone. Well, any luck on that idol? Nope, still haven't found it. Is it possible that someone else could have it? Joey and Monica, maybe. Claire and Dave, also a good potential. The only person I don't think would have it is Buck, because he's just been chilling in the shelter, so I don't think he's been spending his time wisely. Yeah, which is probably why we need to vote him off. Well, unless if we see otherwise. Yep. Buck is just way too lazy at camp. He is acting very suspicious because he's just laying in the shelter and that's all he's done for the team. I mean, he got water for us, but that's not enough. But I'm putting this under impression that we are going to vote him off, but you know, Haley, voting her off will definitely be a big move, but I don't know if that would be a better move. Alright, welcome to today's immunity challenge. First things first, returnees getting your new look at the new Rookies tribe. Cyber voted out at the last tribal council. So, let me tell you how the challenge will work. 3 people will retrieve pieces. 1 is going to be the caller, and the last one is going to be the builder for a staircase. Once the builder has built their staircase, they must get to the top of the green platform in order to win for their team. The first team with their builder up onto the green platform wins immunity, safe from the vote. Losers, tribal council. Someone will be the 4th person voted out after 12 days. Seems simple? So first, you guys need to sit someone out. Can't sit people back from back-to-back challenges. So, without further ado, once you have your people sitting out, we'll get started. Alright. Calling for the returnees is Haley. Retrieving pieces is Dave, Buck, and Claire. And building the staircase and trying to get up for their platform, we've got David. For the rookies, the caller is Jeffrey, Chris, Zoe, and Everett retrieving the pieces, and Laura building the stairs and getting up to the platform. So, survivors ready? Go! All of them doing good, and they're starting to reach the pieces. Dave is almost at his first piece. Chris is almost at his first piece. Chris starting to pick up his first piece. Dave has his first piece. He's heading back. Chris has his piece. Now he's heading back. Zoe at her piece, about to pick it up. Everett almost there. Buck at his piece. And Claire a bit behind. Dave gets the piece back. Chris is heading back with his piece. Chris places his piece down. Zoe has her piece. She's heading back. Buck has his piece and he's heading back. Everett, you're about to trip over it. Ow. Claire, it's literally right in front of you. Where? There. Oh my goodness. Buck is nearing. Zoe gets her piece back. Everett, get the piece. You're right on it. Okay, I'm on it. Is this it? Yes, now bring it back. Buck and Claire heading back. Everett is heading back with his last piece. Buck gets his piece back. Everett gets his piece back. Laura can start the stair building. Claire brings the piece back. David can start the staircase. Both survivors making great progress, and they're at their last piece. The returnees have the staircase built, but not if Laura has anything to say about it. Ooh, things are looking good for the returnees. Are they gonna win for the 4th time? Yes! We're about to win again! Hey, David. Ah. And with that, the rookies finally win immunity. Woohoo! We finally won! Yeah! Dang it. And the returnees. Finally, it's now your turn to go to Tribal Council And after 12 days, someone will be the first one voted out of the returnees tribe. Who will it be? Head back to camp. So I'm relieved. We finally won immunity. Now, maybe we can even make some big comeback in this game. Who knows? So today we suffered our first loss. And, you know, it's whatever. So now it's time to see who's going to be the first returnee to go. And I'm still thinking it should be David, but who knows? I'm sorry I blew the challenge for us, guys. It's whatever, Claire. Are we still good with voting David off? Yep, too big of a threat, and, you know, he made it to the end before. So, yeah, he has to go. Alright, then. Alright, guys, I think that instead of voting Buck off, we gotta vote Claire off instead. I mean, I definitely see why. I mean, she's weaker. Alrighty, then. Well, if we want to cause a tie at least, we gotta get Buck on board. Yeah. So are we actually gonna vote Claire? I just say for tonight, we stick with Haley for at least one vote, just to keep the numbers with us, and then afterwards we can just backstab her. Oh, okay then. I'm gonna go talk to Bucks to see if he's willing to vote off Claire. Alright then. Claire costed our team the challenge, so she has to go. Regardless of her being from my season, she's just not fit for Survivor, so she needs to go. Alright, the plan is to vote off Claire. Okay then. Okay, listen. The plan is to vote off David. If you vote with us, we could have a majority. Okay then. So I'm tossed between two sides. I could either side up with my fellow Guam player, Dave, and his alliance to vote David off, or I could tie a vote by voting for Claire. I don't know what's best for my game. Personally, I don't think I'll be in trouble either way because I do have the idol. So, it's just, I gotta think what's best for my game at this point. Well, welcome returnees to Tribal Council. So, Joey, you guys lost your first challenge and it took you 12 days to lose. How has those 12 days been? Well, kind of boring. You know, we didn't really have anything too crazy going on. It was just, we were kind of sticking with what we were doing in our little groups. Alright. Dave, in your first season, the first time you went to Tribal, you were eliminated first. How do you feel about going into tonight? I'm feeling a bit more confident, and I don't think I'm going home first. I haven't really heard my name, but you never know. Alright. Buck, where do you find yourself in the tribe? Well, I think I'm in the middle. I mean, I might be on the outs, who knows. But I think tonight I might be in the middle, and I gotta choose between the two groups. Alright. Well, with that out of the way, it's time to vote. Joey, you'll start us off. You're just one of our weaker members, so that's pretty much why you have to go. Sorry, but you've gotten to the finale already. You've had your time. It's our time now. So, I hope you have a nice life. I really don't like being in the middle, but this is just my best choice. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. No? Okay, I'll read the vote. First vote, Claire. Second vote, David. That's one vote for David, one vote for Claire. Claire. That's 2 votes Claire, 1 vote David. David. We're tied. 2 votes Claire, 2 votes David. Fifth vote, Claire. That's 3 votes Claire, 2 votes David. David. We're tied. 3 votes David, 3 votes Claire, 2 votes left. 7th vote, David. That's 4 votes David, 3 votes Claire, 1 vote left. 4th person voted out of LEGO Survivor Bora Bora, rookies versus returnees. David. David, that's 5 votes. That's enough for tonight. You need to bring me your torch. David, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Well, good blindside, guys. Hopefully you guys can do better with your second chance than I did. To go from a vote away from being a millionaire to being the first boot on the team is just a tough pill to swallow, not gonna lie, but what can I say? They voted me out because I was a threat because I made it to the end, so guess they can be happy with that. I mean, it was a good move, but Claire was weak in the challenge, so she's definitely gonna weigh them down, but yeah, it's only just a matter of time to see whether or not that was a good move or not.